T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
The following program is rated TVMA for language. We want everyone to be able to enjoy the program, but sometimes things happen, and we may say things that may be offensive to some or non-conducive to others. So in other words, happens. Oops.
Niggas coming.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to an all-new episode of Blerds in the Hood. We're so grateful you decided to join us today. To everyone who was commenting in the chat earlier, we would like for you all to know that we are what's called live. I am your resident supervillain, Mr. Jay Washington.
And I am the Swaggy Blerd Winston. I can say my name. I am the Swaggy Blerd Winston A Marshall. God damn.
My apologies, sir. I felt as if I was going to give you a proper, what we'd like to call an alley-oop, because I know you would catch the oop and not miss it, unlike certain people we know.
Bro, so, he said don't bring it up. See, but you're gonna do shit like that, Matt, and then all of a sudden he's just gonna out your business. You gotta be careful.
Step across the line. Habitually, he's a habitual line stepper.
I think it's gonna be well worth it. Listen, thank you to everybody who's been rocking with us, man. Everybody who watches along live, everyone who's watching on the replays, everybody that's in the neighborhood live. We appreciate you. I know we've had to scramble things around for the past couple of weeks, and gonna have to scramble some things around for a while, but luckily we're able to do it at our regular time on our regular day of Wednesday. So thank you to each and every one of you. If you're wondering
me when that code comes, by the way.
Okay, I was like, what the fuck?
Sorry.
Okay, I'll put it in our private chat.
Thank you.
So yeah, we're trying to do things all at once. If you're watching over on Twitch, also, man, we appreciate y'all. So thank you for joining along there. It's been a lot this weekend, I believe. So look, let's just do this part. Mr. Winston A. Marshall. There's a video.
Nigga. A nigga moment.
Man.
Nigga. My nigga.
What you been doing?
Okay, so what have I been doing? Oh, why did that come up like that? Here we go. All right. I've been doing a lot, man. We were here last week, so we already talked about the wedding. This past weekend, some of my homeboys who I do not see very often, randomly made the decision that they wanted to catch up and just hang, which was pretty cool because that hasn't happened with this group of individuals for a long time. So I that's really what I did on Saturday was spend time with the fellas that I haven't seen in forever. I've seen them individually, but this particular group of guys I haven't seen in forever. So that was really cool to be able to do that. And then other than that, man, just wedding planning. We finally have a date, which is cool. So we're working on that now. Here's what I wanted to do for my nigga, what you've been doing. So I'm gonna bring Jay in now because I want to go ahead and I don't mind sharing this because I find this shit fucking hilarious, right? Okay. So today I was blessed with having another audition, and this specific audition required for me to be a flamboyantly gay political influencer.
So Milo Yiannopoulos?
No, but think. So what was eventually sent from the casting director is think if RuPaul or Billy Porter were to go on CNN or MSNBC and give whatever kind of talk about shit, you need to give that kind of energy.
Hold on. So knowing what these pictures are now, in
a good or a bad way, because now I'm confused.
Because now you look like.
So here we go. So I said this to Jay because he said he was having a rough day. I was talking to, because I don't have a lot of flamboyantly gay clothes. I just don't. I really don't. I have one suit that you're about to see right now that I was like, this is going to have to potentially do. And then I was talking to the black women and the gay men in my life to be like, I need your help to figure out how to do this. So I said this to Jay because I was like, if you want to see something funny, you can see some of these photos that I was essentially rocking. So, whoops. So as you can see here, this was the very first outfit. Now, the one positive about the suit, I've worn this jacket before. Y'all probably seen me on Blerds, on the Schmodown wearing this jacket. I could never fit the pants. My weight loss journey is going in a way that I could finally fit the pants. So that was like a big win for me. So I sent this to them and I was like, all right, I'm supposed to be flamboyantly gay, like political influencer. What do y'all think? They're like, you have to do better than that. That's not like that. Like somebody even said to me, hold on, let me read the text from Jasmine, because Jasmine's high your ass had something to say real quick. She said,
nigga,
in that first
bros.
She said, yeah. She said, that's less flamboyant gay influencer and more Miami party club boy, fuck boy, in my personal opinion.
You do have a Miami fuck boy look.
Which is fair. There's 79, 70s pimp.
Somewhere
in that's fair.
No, nigga. They write 79s. Just
so then I was like, all right, well, what about like a vest? And they were like, no, it's not really doing the thing.
You look like it's your first time to Vegas. He was like, what's the club look? I don't know.
I look like a Mississippi pimp, right? So then they were like, nah, you need to show more skin. So I was like, well, what if I took the shirt off? So then I buttoned up the vest, which I haven't been able to button up that vest in years too. So that also was another thing. So as you can notice, I'm starting to it goes in a direction. Because then after this one, we ended up with this right here. I was like, well, what if they were like, you need to show more skin. So I unbuttoned the vest. And I was like, well, I'm losing weight, but I still got a gut. Are you sure? They're like, nah, part about being flamboyant gay is just being bold. Don't even fuck it. So I was like, what if I put the hat on as an accessory? They're like, you look like you just going to Cowboy Carter, nigga. You don't actually look like you doing what, and anybody could be dressed like that going to Cowboy Carter. So then we kept going. Then I was like, okay, well, what if I went with like more of a, because it's supposed to be like a CNN type thing. What if I went with a more button-up shirt with like a like kind of a louder type? They're like, yeah, nah, it's not really working in that regard. So then they were like, well, what about the bow tie? And they were like, well, now you look like what was it? What did they say? It was the silent nigga.
Hold on. I need you to read this comment.
I'm seeing tons of Grindr profile pics. That's fucking hilarious. Well, that was the question. That was what I was trying to go for. I was trying to play the motherfucking role. Wait a minute, what'd they say? Hold on, with the bow tie, because someone had a particular joke.
I'll tell you what.
Oh, someone said if you wear that bow tie, you look like the silent friend from Lizzie McGuire that never spoke at all to his little white friend, the one with the little Kool-Aid meme and shit. That you literally look like Bentley Farnsworth if he was trying to go get
right here. You look like you only fuck tiny white boys.
Well, bro, I do literally for the coders is reparations, nigga. That's what that shit looked like. So
come in, Brandon.
They were like, well,
come in, Brandon.
And I was like, I do not. And then I was like, Kristen, can I borrow a scarf? Which shit, I forgot I got to put all them clothes away. Shit. So we have this. And then there was this one. They were like, that really looks like a sarong. That does not look like an ascot or a scarf or nothing like that. And so then finally, I ended up just going with, my bad. To go back to it, I went with
Kristen.
Oh, that's Asia. I went just with the jacket with the purple shirt. I went that route.
So go to hell. Next one.
Next one.
You look like you hold gay orgies, but also Afro-American studies lessons at the same time.
Literally afterwards, at the end of class, it's like, all right, y'all. I hope y'all, Harambe. I will. For those of you that I will see at the orgy, I will see you there. You know the word to get in, and for those I won't, well, make sure you get your projects done this weekend.
I told Winston, go back to the beginning. Go to the beginning. Go back to the very beginning.
Okay, hold on.
I said you went from junior pimp to aspiring bad bitch by the third or fourth slide.
Bro, it's the whole the right here, like I don't know why, but I just started holding the scarf on, and that's
I'm sorry, I have to interrupt. Winston, you look like you opened your audition with Grand Rising Queens.
Yeah.
Stay next to the camera. Yes.
Bro, all I will say is I'm actually proud of that. I'm screaming. My bad. I am screaming. I have to stop screaming. I've been told to stop screaming. The number of clockets and shit that ended up happening during that fucking thing. I swear to God, bro, it was who Lord. So yeah, that was my afternoon. So Jimmy, stop. I can't breathe. That Grand Rising Queens almost killed me.
Nigga, you look like your whole audition was done with a list. Hello, my name is Winston A Marshall, and I'm here reading for the role of the journalist.
Oh no. So the name of this influencer for this thing was I probably shouldn't say that just to the bare minimum. Let me leave as few shits in there as possible. Okay. But yeah, it was. I felt good about it. We'll see what happens. It'd be dope if I end up booking this because it'd be for a feature. So that would be very funny to have me just out here in these streets, man. So
gonna make you kiss a nigga in the mouth with that scarf on.
Oh no. Fortunately, I don't ever have to go on set. I just have to just read people filthy about politics on like as a fake social media post for this thing.
Okay.
So yeah. But anyways, with that being said, shit. This one says choir teacher.
The presence of the Lord is still king. The presence of the Lord is. You clap just like this the whole time. Clap with your fingers, get back, nigga. Go ahead.
All right, man. So with that, Mr. Jay Washington.
My nigga.
Nigga.
A nigga moment.
Man.
Nigga.
My nigga. What you been doing?
Oh man, that was funny.
Hey man.
Thank you for that. For me, for those who know, I was in Austin, Texas this past week for the Moon Tower Comedy Festival. It is the second biggest comedy festival in the country. It is curated, which means you have to be invited to perform at it, and I'm very, very, very grateful for that. I had a lot of people who I know who were like, yo, it's going to be so much industry there. You're going to definitely get a lot of stuff out of it. And a lot of people were gassing me up behind it. And I was super grateful. But then I had to tell so I have a literary manager. She was my foundation, my rock through this. So Kayla, if you saw the pictures with her and I was like, one of my things was I didn't want to get my hopes up too high for that because I didn't want to be expecting to have all these people want to come meet me and then nothing comes out of it. But it was, you do a lot of shows in and around Austin. I'd never been to Austin, Texas before. Out of 4 days, I did 10 shows. I did 2 shows on Wednesday, 2 shows on Thursday, 4 shows on Friday, 2 shows on Saturday. And, it was a great time. Hung out with so many great comedians from all over the country. Saw a lot of friends I haven't seen in so long. Jeff Arcuri, he's been blowing up amazingly on social media. Like his Netflix special drops this summer. I've known Jeff since almost 15 years now, since we were doing stand-up back in Chicago. And just hanging with so many people, man, it was so great. A lot of the feedback, I met a lot of industry people there who literally told me that they were like, a couple people like, yo, I saw you 4 times already. And every time you did a different set and you killed. And I was like, thank you. Because to me, that was a testament of having a library of material, being able to adapt to wherever I was. One of my favorite shows was the show called Surrounded, which my boy Mike Falzone has put together, and it's literally a crowd work show. You're in the middle, and the crowd is surrounding you. You're just doing crowd work, and you just got to know how to do it. And I went in that bitch and put foot to ass, and so I was super grateful for that. Pardon me. I met a manager who, you know, we were talking. Thanks to Kayla, introduced me to her, and so we'll see what happens with that. It's just, I'm gonna tell you what's funny though, bro. You ready to hear this?
Sure.
So you want to know the name of the company that this potential manager that I'm hopefully going to be working with works for? The name of the company, this is a real company. It's been around since like 2007, okay? This is the most apropos shit ever. The name of the company is Heroes and Villains Entertainment.
Oh, wow.
The most apropos shit ever.
Shit, man.
So, you know, we'll see what happens with that. But then it was like, so for those who don't know, I've been going nonstop for like 2-3 weeks prior just to make sure I was sharp and on my game when I got out there. So my flight back to LA from Austin was at 6:30 in the morning on Sunday, Austin time, which is 4 a.m. LA time. Did not really sleep. I took like a 30-minute power nap because I was too afraid to sleep, right? So I didn't sleep, get to the airport, have my flight, could barely sleep on the plane. So really ain't had no sleep. I get back to LA at like 8:30. I'm back in my apartment about 9:15. I changed clothes by 10 o'clock. I'm at the gym. Put in work at the gym for like an hour and a half. Then just been trying to stay on stage. And right now, I have been going nonstop. When I tell you my body is running on negative E, but I wanted to make sure I had everything for y'all. This is what's happening. So that's been the main thing. Trying to get some shit written. One of the things that I did, I was telling Winston a little bit earlier that it was a little frustrating. Like I said, I talked to a manager, you know, hopefully I hope things manifest. I hope things come to fruition, because for those who do not know, in the entertainment industry, especially in stand-up comedy, there is no more cultivating talent. It is what you're doing already. What do you have going on? All this other shit. And so I have been fortunate to build up an extensive resume. You know, I headlined Netflix as a Joke 2 years ago. I'm on Netflix as a Joke Radio. I'm on Kevin Hart's LOL Radio. I'm on numerous TV shows. I'm on 2 TV shows right now at the same time. Well, coming up, it'll be 2 TV shows at the same time. But doing all these things, and it's still like the comedy part of the industry doesn't pay attention. And why is that? Yes, Jay? Well, I only have 39,000 followers on Instagram, which had this been pre-COVID, I always tell people, have I told you I had 39,000 followers basically pre-COVID, you'd be like, damn. Now you're like, okay, well, let's see how that picks up. And so, you know, just wanting to hear things and make things happen. And also, I bring that up because, and we don't have it as a story, and I'm just going to bring this up. The Kevin Hart Funny AF specials, competition started dropping on Netflix. And I have a bunch of friends all throughout that. And I am extremely happy for every single one of them. I've had people text me for the past couple of days, between texting, DMing, et cetera, asking, yo, why aren't you a part of that? Why aren't you doing all this? You're doing all that. Why aren't you part of that? And again, it's not having the representation to get you in those rooms. I could be killing stages consistently, making all this noise, but if I don't have somebody who's like, yo, watch him, it doesn't happen. And then that goes back to when people were like, well, how did you get into a festival that was curated like Moon Tower? I am blessed and fortunate someone I know who's in a very high position had the person who books Moon Tower watch me at the Flyover Comedy Festival in St. Louis. And when she saw me, she was like, okay, cool. So that's how that went. But it's just people, you know, it's just this trying to push forward. But overall, my weekend was good, man. I felt great. It was good to be out of LA for a minute to just, you know, breathe and have fun, a lot of work, you know, but I just want to make sure that the work I put in was, the Chicago in me is always the work I put in has to make sure it has to hold up to that level in which I've built it up to be. I can say all day I'm on stage putting in work. I'm on stage doing these stages and blah, 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 but I have to do it. I just did a show last night. I was in Oceanside, California. If y'all don't know, it's like right outside of San Diego. Here's the thing real quick. Let me say this real fast, and we can move on to our first story. In comedy, to an extent, nothing is off limits. Here's why I say this. A lot of people are going to make racist jokes no matter what. It is a thing. It's going to happen. But here is the thing. I personally would prefer no one makes them, but it's going to happen. For me not to be upset about a racist joke, I've always said this. It better be the most undeniably hilarious shit you've ever told. It better be some shit that is so funny that you like, God damn, I want to be mad, but shit was hilarious. Did a show last night. They asked me originally, did I want to bring a feature? I didn't bring an opener. I want to be able to give opportunity. I'm in a position where I can give opportunities, but like, I was like, yo.
Can I throw one other thing in there?
Yeah,
and I would love to. It's either it has to be so undeniably funny that it's like I shouldn't be laughing at this, but I can't help myself, which we've all heard those jokes before.
Yeah.
Or it has to be making a point. You can only do that if the joke itself is to make a goddamn point.
Yes.
I don't fuck with Schultz anymore as far as all that goes, but I still to this day think his joke about if Taiwan and China got into a fight and the whole shirts versus skin shit is one of the funniest jokes I've ever heard because he's making a point.
He's making a point. So the joke, is an Asian dude from Huntington Beach. If you do not know, this is a real thing. People say Huntington Beach is the Florida of California. Okay? So a lot of racist shit come out there. This dude said he was talking to a white dude who said he had a black girl from Compton. And he was like, oh, so if she sat on the car, would that make her a hood ornament? I said, what? And then had the nerve to make burning cross jokes. I said, you're going to do some of the most hackiest shit ever. And I was like, after that, I was like, this is why from here on out, if I have the ability, I'm bringing my own feature. I'm not letting random people get opportunity off of me anymore. Fuck all that. So that happened. That pissed me off so bad because I was like, how dare you? And then like the only person that was laughing was an older white dude. He was only laughing at all the racist shit. So dude kept pandering to him. And I was like, man, but I digress. Again, going back to what I was saying about the weekend. The weekend was great. My faith has always been in God that everything that is meant for me is going to be meant for me. I know, like I said, I got a bunch of friends on the show, the Netflix show, and a bunch of other things that are coming out. I'm happy for all of them. I'm happy for all of them. For myself, I have things that are going on. I know that stand-up wise, these doors that'll open shall open, et cetera, et cetera. So we shall see moving forward from there. But nonetheless, listen, if you want to get in comments, questions, or just to generally support this show, streamlabs.com/blerdsinthehood/tip. Streamlabs.com/blerdsinthehood/tip. If you do not want to do that, you're like, yo, I don't want to fuck with Streamlabs like that. Y'all got something easier? Cash App, Venmo. What we do is we will read them out loud. I want to get you these two out the gate because this is a person who has supported us consistently, and he hit us up before the show even started. Shouts out to Fredtastic314. He says, hey, my Blerds, coming in here to show my support. When I heard Marvel was adding Endgame to coincide with Doomsday, it sounded like Band-Aid work for the quote-unquote not-so-great dot connecting from the multiverse saga. But I've been thinking about where connections could be, and there's one where I see a possibility. When Endgame Cap touches Avengers Cap with the scepter, I don't know what state that leaves him in. When Loki used it, it caused people to do evil shit. Thoughts?
Sorry, because I'm trying to
add up. I'll read it. So this is his idea of how you connect everything that's going to happen, because I'll get into some things I know. So I've been thinking about where the connections could be to connect the Endgame to Doomsday. So this is where I see a possibility. When Endgame Cap touches Avengers Cap with the scepter, I don't know what state that leaves him in. When Loki, it caused people to do evil shit. Thought?
Okay, I don't hate that idea. Mm-hmm. My thought of probably what's going to happen is, even if it is an immediate, like the idea was that they were going to time travel back to the exact same spot that they took the stone from, yeah. I have to believe that the Ancient One knew more of what they were talking about, and that's just not how it works. And in that split second that it's gone, even if they're back pretty much instantaneously, it just destabilizes that world, and you're going to essentially get what I imagine this extra scene is Doom is something happens to his family, because that's supposed to be what's going on, and he's just monitoring where the fuck did this happen from. Mm-hmm. And he sees it and he goes, there, and he sees that Captain America is the one with the fucking stones going back to put them back where they are, and he goes, "This is your fault, nigga," and then he's going after him for that.
I don't even think I agree, but I think it's in one more. I think it's a little bit more further in depth than that. I think, again, here's where the Blerds part of Blerds in the Hood come from. I think it's Cap having a life. Steve was never supposed to have a life. Steve having a family fucks up everything. The incursions, and I think Valeria dies because that's the only one I could see that would drive Doom to end everything. For those who don't know who Valeria is, that is Reed and Sue's second child, but Victor is the godfather of her.
But the only reason that pseudo doesn't work, unless
you can manipulate some things.
And I was going to say, unless this is Doom from the future. The Doom we supposedly are seeing is the one that was in the same world as the Fantastic Four, and at the time they only have Franklin.
I don't think it's that Doom. I think he's the Doom from the X-Men universe.
You think it's the Doom from the X-Men universe?
I think he's the Doom from the X-Men, the Fox X-Men universe.
But if that's the case, then that's not Robert Downey Jr. That's what's his name. I know he just passed, but
I mean, yeah, I know you can do Julian. I don't think Julian McMahon. I think they're gonna retcon to that extent, because he is so supposedly Julian did film some scenes
before he passed.
So I don't know. He may play a role. He's probably in the Michael Chiklis verse, because we never directly connected that Fantastic Four universe to the X-Men universe.
We did, in the sense that when we got Chris Evans in Deadpool and Wolverine, that was the whole point.
No. But Chris, I don't know if you can really say that those two are. That's that universe. It's just to say that's that Fantastic Four.
I mean, sure, I guess, because it was pulling random things from all over the place, but it was literally all of those like kind of Fox characters got sucked.
I get what you're saying, but I truly believe it's Valeria dying. It's something happening. Matt said they met in the void. There was no connection. That was it. They just met in the void. But I think it's truly. I think it's Valeria. Somehow, some way, it's Valeria dying. Or something happening to Valeria. Because, again, the world in itself, I don't think that would cause him, the Victor Von Doom that we just, in general, I don't think that would cause him to go crazy. It would have to be his goddaughter that he loves like a daughter.
Or you fuck up, if you fuck up Latveria, he's like, you're going to fuck up my land? I will kill you.
Like, that is a good point.
Like he doesn't.
Listen, I can't argue with you, brother. But again, like we were saying, if you want to get in more things like this to have a part of the discussion,
we got one more. Shout out to Kaban JD with the Prime sub. Thank you so much. Just leaves a note that says, awesome. Appreciate you very, very much. So again, for those of you that are watching, if you're over on Twitch, thank you so much for doing it. For anybody in the neighborhood that's watching on YouTube, if you want to open it up on Twitch real quick, you get a free Prime sub once a month that costs you nothing. But it does send us $5. So if you
I didn't know what it did.
So if you want to add to if you want to add to the total and not have to do a single fucking thing, so you're still supporting the show and everything else, pop over on Twitch, twitch.tv/blerdsinthehood. Throw us your Prime sub, and then you can pop back over to YouTube if you prefer to watch it on YouTube, whatever it is. But that does indeed help the show. So thank you so much for that as well. All right, we need to get to some stories.
So manga is as stupid as we tell you that they are. And here's how we know this. Look, there's no other way to put this. So you see the quote-unquote pretty little white girl that looks like she tells everybody, do you know who my father is? Guess what? He's not real, okay? She's a top manga influencer who turned out to be an AI scam perpetrated by who? An Indian medical student. So check this out. So an Indian medical student named Sam wanted to make a little extra cash. So he fed an image of Sydney Sweeney into a custom chat GPT tool, to make quote-unquote Emily Hart, who is a 20-year-old nurse based in New York City who loves Christ, beer, and ice fishing. Aww. Now, Emily's account blew up. Every reel posted was getting 3 million views, 5 million views. Is what Sam said. He said, I haven't seen an easier way to make money online. We even went further to attribute his success to the following, quote, the manga crowd is made up of super dumb people, and they fall for it. Here's before we go any further, I want to say something. This is not the first, nor second, nor third time somebody has been able to dupe MAGA people into giving money.
I would just say I would like to also addendum. We didn't try hard enough, bro. With those,
we didn't. We just thought our shirt was. But you know what? If I'd have known that the AI shit, because when we did it, it wasn't the AI shit. But here's the problem. Well, not even the problem. The thing, you can still do it.
Oh, I'm not saying that you can. I'm not saying that we can't still like make that happen. But I just seeing that, I was just like, damn. This thing, we could have bought a studio by now.
Could have bought a whole studio. So Sam gained a large following and made a few $1,000s monthly through subscriptions and merchandise sales. This trend of AI-generated MAGA influencers is growing. I mentioned that because there's now a thing that you'll see a bunch of people that are all of a sudden sitting in a car. They're black, primarily black and brown people. Trying like, well, President Trump. They're all AI created.
Or because there've been a number of black folks that are like, no, I actively was just trolling y'all niggas. Thank you for paying for college.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was mentioning earlier. So within a month, listen to this. Now, again, I talked about followers earlier and the need to grow them and to the industry, the machine uses numbers. Within a month, Emily Hart had more than 10,000 Instagram followers, many of whom subscribed to her softcore AI-generated content on the OnlyFans competitor FanView. And between FanView subscriptions and selling
MAGA team,
one read PTSD, pretty tired of stupid Democrats. He said he was making a few $1,000s a month. He went on to say, I was spending maybe 30 to 50 minutes of my day, and I was making good money for a medical student. In India, even in professional jobs, you can't make this amount of money. I haven't seen an easier way to make money online.
And this is that. I think that's the thing. This is like, look, this is gonna sound kind of fucked up, bro. But to know that people are falling for this, it sometimes drives me crazy that everybody's vote is the same, weighs the same amount, bro.
Yes.
It genuinely drives me crazy.
Absolutely.
That they fully fell for this and we're just throwing dollars upon dollars at this to just get grifted. Like hardcore.
But then the best part is always when they find out they've been duped, now they want to be upset and be like, oh, I want to sue. I should get my money back. No, you gave willingly. Well, I was deceived.
How?
You decided to do it and jump head first into it. And that's how you
got your product. You asked for photos of this naked white girl. You got the naked white girl photos. You asked for a t-shirt that said pretty tired of stupid Democrats. You got your t-shirt. How were you duped? I would love to know how you were specifically.
How you felt like you were duped. So the thing becomes now, because this is what I want people to do if you get a chance, for everyone who has a Threads account. I want you to go in a Threads account and just find a random hot girl. Random hot white chick that looks like the Emily chick, right? Look in her comments. I can guarantee you there are going to be 30 to 50 older white dudes telling them some, hello, beautiful. You look amazing. Would you come to Virginia? Would you come to Rockford? Would you come to here? Because they believe she's real. But again, this goes easy to what Winston just said. We all get the same type of vote.
That's the thing that's kind of scary in that regard. Is now mind you, I'm not going to sit here and pretend that it is only like MAGA folk that are stupid. You could talk about people that don't vote at all. You can talk about progressive Democrat, but there is an unnecessary amount, an unbalanced amount of very vocal, very dumb people that support this MAGA movement that do things like this and then get genuinely confused when it's like, why are gas prices at $7 a gallon right now? What the fuck is going on?
Gas prices are at the point where you have to start asking someone, are you really worth coming to see? Grandma, how long do you think you have to live? Like, can we...
I'm not gonna let you get away with it. You can't keep getting away with this.
You can't get away.
Jay literally is out here being like, Grandma.
We're losing recipes.
Like you just
But you better hold out to the gas drop. Listen.
Oh
So,
shit.
In more news, so we always try to kick it off with a lot of political shit. So here's something that happened. So this country was based on democracy. By that, it means, like we just said, everyone gets a vote. So the state of Virginia took to the residents of Virginia a potential redistricting map. And it was basically, should Virginia redistrict the map to basically change things, right? Now, we know we talked about it in Texas where they tried to do it, and it was found.
Not tried. They did it, and they didn't vote on it. They just pushed it through.
They just pushed it through. There was no vote on it. California did it. We voted on it, and it was approved. Well, Virginia voted on it. And so what happened is, after the proposal, Republicans are down to one district. One, okay? They have taken up what is like 8 or 9 different districts. So this has led to about, what is it, 10 more seats or something like that?
It was a plus. It was a plus 4. So here's the breakdown. I added this one in. So here's how things have gone. As you can see, California added 5. That was in direct response to Texas and their 5. And then these are the rest that played out. So you can see that is what Nevada. What is that? Which state is that? Because Colorado is the one to the right, right? So
that's not Iowa.
Damn, not us out here failing.
That's Missouri.
That's Missouri. So Missouri's got added 1. Then that one
is Ohio. Ohio.
Well, that's Ohio to the far right. What's the one on the blue one on the left? That's not Missouri, is it?
Nigga, no. The blue ones. So that's California.
I know
the blue ones are California, Arizona, and Virginia. The red ones.
No, that's not Arizona. Arizona is
not Arizona. I'm sorry. Because that's Nevada.
That's Colorado.
Oh, Colorado, right? Sorry.
I thought Colorado was a full square, my nigga.
No.
Oh.
No.
This is embarrassing.
That's Colorado.
No.
That's Colorado.
It's Utah. No, it's not. It's Utah. Colorado is next over. Colorado's a square.
Hold on.
I'm sorry.
Pause. Time out. We need to talk about this. We just said everybody's vote is weighed the same, and then we proceeded to not be able to read a map, nigga.
Hey, we fucked up. Hey, on behalf of the two of us niggas, we fucked up. Shut up! Don't laugh. Just look at the camera. Just let me just say it. Just look at the camera.
Bro, literally, Jay, we literally said these niggas don't know how to read, and then turned around and looked at the map and said,
"So we don't have the capacity."
Utah. So Utah. Go back
Winston,
to the map.
it's fine. Mormons aren't real people anyway.
That's all.
Jesus.
No, he's right. That's Utah. So then, yes, Utah, that's Ohio. That's Missouri is the one that gave the 1 red state. Yes. Then Virginia obviously just voted, and they gave 2 to 4. Directly below that is North Carolina. That's what got the 1, and then you had the 1 to 5 in Florida.
Right.
So that is kind of where things have gone as of right now. But the main thing about how this is all playing out, especially with the downturn of support for Trump right now because of his approval ratings and everything.
At least you guys have been to the L's. We own up to it, ladies.
I own up to it, and I will say at this big age, it is not necessarily my job to know what all of those said states are because I'm not in school and I'm not a teacher and I'm not a politician. I should have known it for this photo. That was a fuck up. I'm admitting to the fuck up, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like that was.
Hey, I went to a public. Point taken, and I know, and I've had sex with women in Utah, so I should have remembered what a state was.
You really should have known. Yeah,
I really should have. Blerds in geography class. Let me tell you, I know where Montana is. I know where Utah is. I know where Colorado is because I've smoked a lot of weed there. I know where Arkansas is, and I know where regular Kansas is. I know what the fuck I said.
Like, that's the thing. I know all of the southern states because I fucking grew up in Texas, so I just knew that. I obviously know where California is, and then I know New York. I don't know most of the fucking New England-ass motherfucking states. I know Maine is in the top right, and then the rest of them shits is just there.
I know the Midwest. Midwest, I got you.
Massachusetts
has a little Midwest. I get you some of the flyovers.
I know what Ohio looks like because Matt won't stop talking about that shit.
And I ain't never seen a nigga between this nigga, LeBron James, and MGK. I'm tired of hearing of the goddamn state.
I'm trying to tell you. I know Michigan because my sisters are from there.
And
but,
yeah.
Oh, yeah, Jay. Illinois.
I mean, that was obvious. We didn't have to bring that
No,
up.
I thought that's what you were pointing at yourself was you would know where to find Illinois.
Michigan is a mitten, and it's always like here.
Oh, the mitten. Oh, that's not even what I thought about. I just know that it's surrounded by the lakes. So I just know it's that one just sitting right there. Another nigga talking about Ohio. Why are we putting that on the screen? You could say Ohio.
You know who put that up on the screen?
Set a Streamlab, and you can say Ohio all you want. Don't just be putting Ohio on the screen for no reason.
The reason we bring up the Virginia redistricting map because as of today, a Republican judge has tried to say it is null and void and that it was unconstitutional. But here's the problem: we know that judge's order is not going to count because why? The state did what the state was supposed to do. Take it to the voters.
Honestly. And that was my one thing that I think above all else. See, okay, there you go. I need to say this before I go back to my point. Winston kept saying, I thought Colorado was more of a square. Thank you. That was the more important thing. I was like, that's not right. I know that Colorado looks different. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
It's fine. That's because we were our own. Yeah, that's fine. We were our own country. Look, I'm not proud of
yes, you are.
Texas.
Yes, you are. Yes,
now.
you are. Don't you do that. Don't you do that.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. You do not.
Let me finish. I am not proud of what Texas is doing. Like, I'm not proud of Texas right now. I am a proud Texan like anything else. I think in the same way you could be like, man, I am so sick of these niggas. But you can turn around and be like, but yo, I love my niggas. You know what I'm saying? You could two things can happen at the same time. You could be disappointed in what your niggas is doing right now, but you could be like, but my niggas. Not the same at all. Exactly. I still rep Texas. I'm saying I'm still a proud Texan. I am not proud of what Texas is doing right now. Let me keep that a buck. Two things can be true at the same time. Like, Jay, how many times have you looked at your babies and you've been like, I love you, but I hate your little ass right now?
First of all, don't you put this on me and my seeds? Don't you put
Jay, you have said on this show. You have said on this show.
My son get ready to graduate.
Well, shit.
You have said on this show.
I don't know what to speak of.
That you were like, this little nigga had the fucking audacity. How many times you be like, I swear to God, when I see that little nigga, I love you, little nigga, but God damn it.
First of all, I know only one of my children would be potentially watching this. My daughter doesn't watch the show because her dad curses too much. So to my son who might be watching this, your father never said such things. I do not know where Winston steals these lies from.
Don't make me have to go find receipts. I'm not gonna watch some 500 episodes of Blerds in the Hood, but I will do it to find some fucking, because you know I'm that petty, nigga. You know I'm that petty.
Winston been asleep. The nigga been watching episodes the past 3 weeks. So going back to the map again, the reason being, and so they're trying to be upset about that. Now, this is something I just heard about today. I saw it when I was at the gym earlier, and I was like, let it die. Spirit Airlines is nearing a deal with the Trump administration for a $500 million rescue package. I don't think y'all understand. The motherfucker's still gonna cancel before you get there. So the deal, which has not yet been finalized, would offer $500 million to the discount airline, according to a person familiar with the matter. It would give the airline additional liquidity as it towards the emerging from bankruptcy and grapples with elevated fuel costs due to the war with Iran. The deal would also aim to create a durable, well-funded airline after Spirit emerges from bankruptcy. The U.S. government could own 90% of the airline, the source also said. A White House official said details are still being negotiated and could change. The president would be expected to announce any deal. I'm going to tell you something first. Until Spirit gets rid of those Greyhound bus seats, I don't give a fuck what you do to it. Okay? Don't give me that, well, you can get the big seat. You can suck my big dick.
Bro, you don't like big ass seat, bro? You don't like big ass seat? The fact that that's what they named their goddamn first
big
class
ass seat.
is big ass seat.
So you can have room to sit down. Fuck out.
Because we know your big ass can't afford to fly no other airline, so you might as well put your big ass in a seat.
Your big ass in the seat. And now you're gonna have state-run air travel?
It's socialized air travel.
Like, here's the thing. I understand we've had various between the auto industry as well as the airline industry, and many of them have had bailouts from COVID and other things, et cetera, et cetera. But Spirit is the one airline I think we all can be like, bye, bitch.
Wait, who said Iran?
Iran is where it's Iran. Oh, yeah.
It's Iran. Yeah, no, Castro is definitely clowning you for that shit. I mean, nobody calls it. I can't even do it. Chicago.
No one ever said that.
Exactly. No one says Chicago. It's Chicago.
No. First of all, don't try to. No, it's not the same. Don't do that.
It's exactly the same. You were talking about this man's country completely wrong. It is not. It's not Iran. It's Iran.
It's like me saying gyro when it's gyro. Okay, I get it, but I'm also listen. I keep the hood part of Blerds in the hood. One of us have to.
Which part?
Shut your stupid ass up. Say that, folks. Look at your dumb ass say it.
I'm appalled. You ain't Paul. You a nigga who steal. Anyway, so
there's supposed to be titties. Where the fucking titties in the bitches?
Where the bitches at? It's supposed to be titties. Where the fucking titties in the bitches?
Okay,
now, here's the best part about this. Winston over the weekend finally found out what episode this was from.
I've been watching Snowfall and I finally got to the episode. I don't know if people, I'm assuming everybody here except for me is like the only one that hasn't seen Snowfall, because do y'all know what scene that is from? Oh, Matt hasn't, so he doesn't want me to say.
Look, ain't no Matt trying to wave it on. Don't give no spoilers, nigga. The show has been out for damn near 5 to 6 years.
The show has been over since 2023. It's 2026.
I wish y'all could see this nigga waving his little his Rocky J Squirrel arms. Don't do it. This nigga got shit. This nigga had whole Star Jones arms wearing. Don't do it. Where is it?
Oh, you can delete it. I'm gonna add it back. Don't waste your time.
So
okay, cool. Add it again. Why would you do that? Now you're just making more work for me.
You go keyword bitch. We'll be back. We'll be two add to delete motherfuckers on this show.
Just wasting time. Go to the next story, nigga. What else? Okay. What else we got to talk about?
So the alcoholic that runs the FBI is upset. Because CashApp Patel, who runs the FBI, right there, baby. So Democrats want him to fill out an alcohol use screening test. Now, if you didn't hear, he is officially put up a $200 and something million lawsuit against the Atlantic, which has numerous claims about him being drunk at work and basically unfit for the job. He's tried to refute that. There was also another one from a staffer that he just had thrown out. So now the Democrats are like, hey, he's not competent, which, by the way, if you're wondering if Cash Patel is competent enough to be the director of the FBI, I have a bridge I want to sell you in California.
Well, it's not just that. You know what apparently he is threatening now, right?
What?
Someone in the spirit of other people involved in the FBI has nicknamed him J. Edgar Boozer, and he is now threatening to sue anyone that calls him that name in any form or fashion. So the funny thing is about him going against the Atlantic and trying to prove defamation, a number of media outlets have kind of come out there and been like, here's the thing about you trying to win a defamation case against that. You have to prove
all discovery.
You were literally have to prove that there was malicious intent behind trying to drag you down versus them just reporting what's happening. If it's just something that's happening, that's not defamation. That's just a fact.
It's a fact.
So
he's DEI and DUI. Thank you, Joseph. At the same time, like, it's the truth. It's the fucking truth. Somebody said, do Hegseth next. Like, look, no, people around this administration are falling left and right. There was something, the Secretary of the Navy just got fired. Like, Everybody, none of this administration is qualified, competent, or capable. They are all yes men and women. What?
No, our producer said that the lawsuit has already been tossed.
Yeah, his lawsuit's been tossed. Because it was like, get your dumb ass out of here. Get your dumb ass out of here. The reason you have people like a former podcaster, and yeah, he was an attorney, whatever, and you had Dan Bongino at one point, and all these people. The reason you have these people is because the first time this fucker was in office, he had actual people who understood how government worked, and they were like, you can't do none of this shit. But now he has a bunch of yes men and women, and because they're like, well, he may be right. And then you got RFK sounding like a drive-through speaker that's been masturbated on by a vibrator, and he want to keep talking shit. I hate listen, this motherfucker is the living example of earthworms. Like,
he would step across the line. Habitually, he's a habitual line stepper.
Wrote none of this down. I just want y'all to know. Just saying all this off the top of my head. Just saying off the top of my head.
Definition of earthworms. You are fucking killing me, bro.
But you have all this going on. So that is the thing. And then also, and the last part of the story, so we can get out of our politics story today, because this one is going to be the shit that I need motherfuckers to really sit back and listen to. Tucker Carlson has apologized for misleading people on Trump. And now people on social media are like, oh man, we should embrace him and bring him over here and blah blah blah.
We don't have the video, do we? He's saying no. So the reason why is because literally, if you listen to it in its context, he's not apologizing for bullshit he's peddling. He only is apologizing that he supported Trump to do it. They're like that's the part where I need people to really lock in on some of this stuff and don't be so goddamn forget. Like, I think you leave a little bit of room to help dismantle this shit, but you do not welcome them with no open motherfucking arms, in the sense that the only thing that he's apologizing for is specifically Trump. And so the things that he feels have gone over the edge. So saying, on Easter, I will destroy a civilization, praise be to Allah, whatever the fucking series of irrational, insane fucking tweets, getting us into the Iran war, like all of this other kind of stuff that's going on. That is the stuff that he feels bad about deluding people about. He does not feel bad about the fact that we were doing shit at the border. He does not feel bad about, rolling back abortion rights. He does not feel bad about any number of other things that Trump has done that he was applauding not too long ago. So let's just keep it a buck about what's going on here.
Between him and Marjorie Taylor Greene, she's now been on such a CNN, The View, press, all this thing, because now she's no longer going to be in office. And, there's a fallout, as it always is when there's a fallout. Now you want to be so anti-him, or all of a sudden he's crossed the line. I think it needs to be said consistently, in addition to what my co-host just said. I think this needs to be said sternly, consistently, to both Marjorie Taylor Greene, Tucker Carlson, and whoever else may come to that center of a rationalization. Fuck you. Fuck you. There's no other way to say it, because like you said, you all are part of the reasons we're in this. Watching people like Theo Von, Joe Rogan, all these other people going, oh man, I didn't think he was going to do. Fuck y'all.
We didn't talk about, which is still kind of funny. You saw that Caitlyn Jenner can't get her passport properly renewed. They changed it back to mail. Now she wants to be like, oh, well, I don't understand. I thought I was special.
But also it said, I'm still MAGA. But it's literally said, I have never understood. I've already stated how we don't understand black people who go on that way. But then also you got to remember, there were house niggas and field niggas. And the house ones thought they were close to the slave master. So it's understandable how you have black people who are like, you got to get off the plantation. Shut your stupid ass up. But then when you have members of the LGBTQ community who are like, they are siding with MAGA, who think that MAGA is for them, and every single thing they do and say is against every single thing that they stand for. They do not care about your existence. And for Caitlyn Jenner, a trans woman, to sit there and say, well, they put my gender assigned at birth on my passport. So, but I'm still MAGA. I still support the president. Bitch, are you stupid? I keep the hood in Blerds in the Hood. And so it baffles me. It baffles me on a regular basis to watch these people who you think you're, like you said, I thought I was special. You aren't.
No.
You aren't.
Nope.
Everyone.
Ooh. I'm just looking forward to the rest of the show.
Leopard sure are full of faces these days.
That's true. Well, we need to get to these Streamlabs. We got 2 that came in. Streamlabs.com/BlerdsInTheHood/ship. Streamlabs.com/BlerdsInTheHood/ship if you would like to get your questions and support the show, all that good stuff. You can also do Venmo or Cash App. We are about $43 away from our first shot, y'all. Joseph Ashley comes in with 2 Streamlabs saying, I've watched non-blurred channels talk about the Michael film. Aside from them, eager talk allegations seem that the film is hollow and less on him being a human and petty and more about him being a superstar. Seems Jackson's American Dream series with Angela Bassett was the best that showed us MJ. Going to see it, huh?
And the second one that Joseph also left. So you see wrestler Jey Uso beat up Cameron on the show with Mace. Yeah, it was to promote WrestleMania. We'll talk about that later.
But just to cover that, I mean, you haven't seen Michael yet, right?
I will be seeing it on Sunday, but I
see it tonight.
I kind of knew what to expect. Here's the thing. Yeah. I know they had to do some reshoots because they brought up the allegations and mentioned the names of the victims and things like that. But I need people to remember this. In order for this movie to be done and be considered in any type of way of bio,
I see Matt saying we were talking about this later. We can just talk about it now. We're here. The question was lobbied. Like we might as well. Like it was coming up in. If I'm not mistaken, was this not the next set of stories? It's like, it's fine. We can talk about it right now.
At the bottom of the next set of stories. This nigga, we're going to talk about it later.
It's okay. It's okay.
You get no.
He said he's bad. He said it's bad. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go.
You know,
we're wasting time. We're wasting time.
Okay.
No. Not even that. We're just wasting time.
Okay.
So, as you were going to say,
when you have. So as of right now, the critics came out. The critic reviews.
It's up to 31 reviews now, I think.
Yeah, it's at the 41 review at the time of this picture. But right. So a lot of people wanted full in depth about Michael's life, right? Because when you hear biopic, you want to know about his life, and that is the good and the bad, absolutely. But in order for this to be considered an authorized biopic, it had to go through the estate and the family. Janet already wasn't on board with this.
Dude, there's a reason why so many biopics don't end up very good, is because the minute you get the family involved, they don't want to be honest. Like, as someone brought up, we were talking about this on Spill the Tequila yesterday, me and Roka. Somebody brought up the fact that like the Ray Charles one was good because they didn't really hold back. They showed his drugs, they showed his womanizing, but they showed he was a genius. And so it was a balanced story of a real fucking human.
But I think so the problem is with Michael's, I think everyone wants to go so quick into the allegations.
Sure.
And the reason I say that is we've seen, again, as it was brought up in the Streamlab, the Jackson, the American Dream. And people will ask, well, why is that different? They were all alive then. There is no estate to handle this, to navigate.
Well, I push back on that because Dr. Dre very much made sure that none of his shit ended up truly in Straight Outta Compton.
That's not what we're talking about right now.
But I thought you were saying that the estate was the one that like whitewashed everything. No problem.
Yes, I'm talking about in this. Oh, nigga, yeah, we don't talk about him hitting D Barnes and none of that shit straight up. Nigga, the story was about Eazy-E getting AIDS.
That's literally what they did. They were like, that's the only thing we're gonna cover here.
We created Rufus. Look, we was NWA, we was friends. Rufus was created. Easy got AIDS. Aftermath. That's literally
Jesus.
That's literally to anybody that saw Straight Outta Compton, act as if I'm saying something wrong. Act as if I'm saying something wrong. That's what it is. These are friends. These are friends and people who got put together because they all didn't just know each other. They got put together. Eventually, they decided to make a group. They found a white dude who believed in them, a white Jewish dude. Is all they always say. They found a Jewish dude who believes in them. That's what they say in the movie. And then he believed more in Eric than anybody else. Eric gets AIDS. Dre makes Aftermath. Cube makes movies. That is what you get. Ren and Yella exist somewhere.
Pretty much how that went down. You're not wrong. Snoop came along. Snoop said,
Snoop came along.
3 into the 4. Snoop Doggy Dogg and Dr. Dre is at that dough. And then Snoop was
literally
done.
how
And then
it
Snoop was
went.
done. And then Suge Knight killed a few people. Like it's just
And it's just glanced over that. He got it. You know, he was connected. But that's how that. But again, you have some people when you're like, you're going to tell my story, but you're going to tell what I want you to tell. You're going to put out what I want you to put out.
Well, and that,
so,
yeah,
go ahead.
but that to me is, I think, why, because I brought up Straight Outta Compton as one example, but then the other thing that I brought up was just looking at like the Mario movies here. So looking at the Super Mario Galaxy, it's a beautiful movie, and it really does hit you in the nostalgia parts when you're like, oh shit, that looks just like that level. Oh, that's so cool, etc. But the reason why the first one was actually good and this one kind of sucked is because the first one actually had a legitimate story and character development and stakes, whereas this just kind of existed.
This is just a fan service. Now it's like, all right, we gave you the movie. Now here's everything you wanted to see.
And so I think the same thing is probably going to, and I'll let y'all know, like, check out my Out of the Theater reaction this evening when I drop it. But like, literally just based off of what I'm hearing, it makes it sound like the musical performances are stellar, that Jafar crushes those, that apparently that Coleman does an insanely good job as Joe Jackson is what I've also heard, but that the rest of the movie is fucking hollow. And that's not enough to make a movie fucking go. That's enough for you to go, I might have to pay attention to them specifically for like an award, but the movie itself is not good in that regard.
I think, again, I understand what a lot of critics, because I was talking with Roka on Facebook. We were talking about it because he commented on a post I made. And I think, again, I understand that some people were expecting an entire in-depth look at Michael's life. I'm not even just saying Michael's career, his life. And that part of his life includes the allegations, because that's the biggest part, of course. But I said this in the post I made. Nothing about that trailer or any of the trailers you've seen told you was getting anything more than a giant concert movie.
I mean, pretty much.
You get what I'm saying? Literally the trailers were basically telling you you're getting a concert film to celebrate the music and the majesty that is Michael Jackson. Now, also, side note, Michael Jackson's movie premiered on Monday.
Yep.
Do you know what also it coincided with?
420.
The 10th anniversary death of Prince. Now, that's a whole nother story.
Clearly, I was celebrating the holiday and did not realize that. I forgot.
By the way, you bitch ass nigga, you didn't call me this year. Yeah, you.
Oh, I didn't really go shopping. I literally was here. I was here all day, just working on personal shit. I went to one shop that I haven't been to that opened up over here, and they had a 50% off deal. I was like, that's all I need. Great. I got like an eighth and some edibles.
I didn't know about how big 420 was in California. You hear about it. This nigga took me first time. He's like, yo, just get like $150 out the bank. That's all you're gonna need. I was like, you sure? Me and this nigga went to like 5 different dispensaries.
we just hit them all. We went to all of them, bro. And like that was the thing, because they do have those deals like something fucking crazy. So you would go to one place and get like an eighth here and a bunch of edibles. Then you go over to this place and then you would get another eighth for like $20.
Yep.
Plus they would get free food. Then you go to this other place and they would give you like free like weed like drink, like a drinkable. And shit like that, like they go
I
crazy.
got so many weed drinks in the fridge that I was like, they may be bad by now.
Because you still have when we went out 2 years ago.
Sir, listen, baby, listen. I was scared, baby. Let me tell you something. I know about the drinks because you can't control the percentages. Okay, all right, baby, you can't control the percentages.
It's called math. You just have to do more math. So if you know that the total thing itself is sitting at like a 10 milligram per serving, you just need to see how many of those servings are. And if that says a serving is 1 ounce,
cup, baby, it's a regular cup. I can't be sitting there trying to miss out with a sliver spoon. Anyway.
See, and this is literally because I won't lie. What makes me laugh is I went to a homeboy's bachelor party years ago, and I brought one of those little syrup things that I was just pouring a little bit in my drink and I was getting nice. And he was like, man, what are you? And I was like, oh, this is weed. He goes, hey, man, let me try some of that. I was like, all right, you want to pace yourself? He goes, man, I ain't no bitch. I said, and the next thing I know, when we went to the part we were in New Orleans, when we went to the part that it wasn't a strip club, but they did have like a pole and like dancers and shit. And he was supposed to stand there. He was just the whole time. People were dancing on him, grinding on him, trying to throw money. And he just, because he was gone, bro. Because that little syrup thing, it's concentrated. So you're literally supposed to put like a drop or two in your shit. And he poured like a fifth that was left of that syrup into a fucking drink. He was
on another plane. He was on another plane of existence. So
oh no. The Casper thinks they might be illegal. Why?
I got one that's in my refrigerator that I don't kind of want to open yet, only because what it says on the can.
What does it say?
Euphoric.
The price on the can, though?
It says euphoric. All right.
Shout out to real quick. We had 3 new subscribers on the YouTube channel. I'm gonna start trying to holler these out too. The Wanderer, Monty Ali, and Atomic Brunette all subscribed. Thank you so much for doing that. And shout out to Blue Girl, who also sent in a Streamlab to show support. Doesn't say anything, just sending support. Appreciated. We are $18 away, folks. $18 away from a shot.
Hey guys, I just want you to know I went to a party and I bought 2 bottles and I haven't opened this one yet. So I want to see if we will be opening.
I actually have Patron right now, so if we do get there,
what are you 18?
Well, we needed tequila.
Okay.
Because we set a wedding date and then we're doing it in Mexico, so we were like we should get tequila, and I don't drink tequila a lot, so I just got it was inexpensive. It was a bottle
that's why I brought it up. Yeah,
about like this big, and it was like $10.
Yeah, was how much?
10 for this versus like the fifth of it, like the standard bottle size was 25. I didn't need all that because I don't drink tequila like that.
Where'd you get it from?
It was just around the corner liquor store. Is that cheap or expensive? I don't drink Patron.
Hella cheap. And that's look, nigga. But first of all, look, behind the scenes shit. I know we got to move on. For this show, when we got to take shots, nigga, I would rather have my.
Okay. Yeah. Real quick, let's talk about, because we do need to try and hit this one. So Warner Brothers Discovery was lying to its shareholders as far as leaving certain things out. As far as the merger, the company filed a 14-page correction to the Paramount merger. Now, this specifically, that what was going on, they were leaving key points out and how things would kind of go down. Those corrections reveal that 2 banks that are supposed to be independent reviewers of the merger have done hundreds of millions of dollars in business in the past 2 years between some of the folks over at Paramount, Skydance, Oracle, all that kind of stuff, as well as with Warner Brothers on the other side. You also had like a number of things that were kind of left out there where it was left blank, where it was very clearly Oracle because they didn't fully vet the rest of that document. Paramount has also blacklisted media outlets that have spoken out against the merger. So one of the things that has kind of shut some stuff down, you had a couple of different news outlets. There was one in particular, I cannot remember which one off the top of my head, but they just brought up how this merger would not necessarily be the best thing for the shareholders or as a whole for the industry. And immediately the Ellisons put out a statement to stop all ad buys and all in like stuff going to the Ankler. Thank you, Matt. To the Ankler. That was the one that ended up doing that. So now you have got, and on top of that, CNN was asked if they were going to speak on it, and they're like, well, we can't really speak on this time about what's going on with like an active merger and things like that, because they have already been told to shut the fuck up since they are being acquired as well. So,
hey, quick question. How much did you say we were away?
We were $18 and everybody shout out.
Alan Smith. He said, "Here's $18," and there we go. All right. Well, let's get.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and do that. Appreciate that, Alan Smith. I gotta go get the liquor, so hold the fort.
Okay.
I also need to read from James Gaines. I also got a cash up over here for Jenner BS has got my blood pressure up. Well, fortunately, we're about to take a shot to do that. So thank you so much for that as well. Be right back.
All right. So again, I am on the part of the, you know, as an actor and, you know, someone who works in entertainment that does not want this merger to go through. You know, I've stated it plenty of times before. Is he gone? Is he gone? All right, y'all, look, let me tell you what's up. So this nigga Winston was supposed to call me on Monday. He could at least say, hey, yo, come around the corner. I got this spot. But this selfish motherfucker decides to go. Now, I hope Matt and Dwayne don't snitch on me. I know I trust the neighborhood. Y'all gonna be But
I heard what you said. I have AirPods in, you stupid bitch.
Oh, so shit. That was my twin. That wasn't me. That was my twin. That was my double. He was talking bullshit. And I was like, I was like, oh shit. Yeah, so he had AirPods. Okay.
God damn, you dumb.
That's crazy. Y'all don't burn that motherfucking clip, I'll kill it.
But yeah, this is the bottle I was talking about. It's about 200 milliliters.
Oh yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad.
That's $10 for this. So wasn't even 10. I think it was only like $7 actually. Now that I think about it.
Hey man, so for those who are new to the show, for those of you may have seen the first time when we click, every time we get $100 in donations and support, we take a shot. Now, sometimes people like to cause violence and chaos, which means we'll be doing a lot of these. Sometimes it's just one or two, but it was AI Winston. Jay is innocent. Absolutely. Salute.
No, what we're not going to do is lies. Jay don't know how to work no goddamn AI. I missed you too, Jimmy. Oh. Bitch. What the fuck? Not ay.
No, sir. Not me.
All right.
Hey, Asia. You want to come say hi? Come here. Come on. Come on. Oh.
Hey, Asia. Oh, you got a headphone. I can't hear.
Yeah, she can't hear. But So y'all, I'm curious because there was this really dope like dog brand that does like probiotics for dogs and like treats and all that kind of stuff. Shit's really fucking good and Asia loves that shit. If I was able to convince them to come on as a sponsor, would that be something that y'all would fucks with, man? Do y'all have dogs or like and all that shit? Like, are y'all pet owners? Let me know. Because obviously if I yes, hi bitch, what you want?
Oh, she hit you in the face with my nigga.
She just said exactly, daddy. Oh, see, Jimmy, you ain't been around for a while, man. We had Asia since September, man. Yeah, no, this is her full government is
here we go.
Asia Wolfson, 4-time MVP, most valuable pup, Marshall Rose, my nigga. So, yo, you good? Oh, you can spell the tequila on me. You don't like that. All right, I'll put you down.
She's like, my father's an alcoholic. Streamlabs.com/blerdsinthehood/tip. Again, if you want to support the show, streamlabs.com/blerdsinthehood/tip. If you are watching on YouTube, please click the like button. We need to get the likes up. We try to do it when we have like 100 likes on the show, when we have a bunch of you guys watching. We give you a little something. If you're on Twitch, please subscribe, all the things. Share with people, make people know if you're watching on the replay. Give us a comment and all those good things. All right, so let's move on to our sports section of the day. Former NFL head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers, Omar Epps lookalike Mike Tomlin, has what?
Not the Omar Epps lookalike. I can't with you, bro.
Yeah. He looks like Omar Epps to me. Went through a lot of bad divorces.
Bro, why Asia got a longer name than a Mexican person?
That's true. That's crazy. So Mike Tomlin has joining NBC as NFL studio analyst. So he is going to be joining Football Night in America, which is the NBC Sunday night pregame show. Why did that shot kick in that quick? Do not understand. So talks between Tomlin and the network picked up steam in Augusta, Georgia about 2 weeks ago. And so Tomlin, who is 53, is the second former Steelers head coach to make a foray into broadcasting. The first being his predecessor, Bill Cowher, who joined CBS as a studio analyst in 2007 after stepping down from the Steelers. Cowher never returned to coaching. Super happy for that. Again,
yeah. I mean, it'll
Jay wasn't wrong.
Well, I mean, yes. No, I agree. About him looking like Omar Epps. No, I get it. I'm just laughing at that. But what I'm curious about is because the whole rumor was that he probably was going to do TV for a year and then go back to coaching. It'll be interesting to see if he gets that TV life and enjoys it and does a good job and goes, I'm good, nigga. Like, I don't need to do this shit again.
I think it depends on if the proverbial itch comes, because there's a level of there's no stress now being at the desk.
Right. I mean, the only stress is the idea of being live, and that's the thing. As we've seen, not everybody is cut out to actually be a host, a journalist, a talking head that doesn't always translate. Because, like, I'll be honest with you, Tony Romo has been excellent. I know people are getting a little annoyed by him now, but he was really good at like predicting plays that were coming, all sorts of shit, and made a good transition. Whereas Sean Payton wasn't, like, as a coach, he was not very good and has already gone back to coaching. I think that Jason Garrett is like mid at best. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Tom Brady's that good. He's getting better, but he wasn't that good like the first season that he did it, man.
It just varies on the type of player. Like it's good. Like Romo, the problem is for some people, and I wouldn't say for me, Romo talks. He's that player analyst. He's telling you like, yo, this is what should have happened. And I think people want Tom Brady to kind of hit to that point because it's like, yo, you're the GOAT of the game, right? So your energy and your analysis of the game should be on the level of a nigga that never won a playoff game. So,
but I will say this though, and this is where people need to honestly look at. We all have different strengths, and it's funny because there's a reason why that adage also of those that can't do teach is this kind of thing. Brady did at the utmost level. There's plenty of people that are experts in their field that cannot teach. Like and that's essentially what like the color commentator is doing as an analyst, is being able to explain in layman's terms what the fuck is going on. That is a skill set to do that in the 30 seconds between the play just ended and another play is coming.
I agree. But I think one thing we keep forgetting throughout all of this is not just those who can't do teach or those aren't good teachers. It takes a personality to do
1,000%. And that's the thing is some people don't have, like, for example, if Jameis Winston ever decides to go into this shit, I
don't know if he can read.
Well, there's another person.
Jesus Christ!
Thanks to Jay. That is another person we can never have on the show. Thank you. Appreciate that, nigga.
Hey, James. Before we go on, I want you to go ahead. Can you recite the first 2 lines of this?
If you could read, I didn't do that. If you could read 1 page of a Harry Potter book, nigga.
Read one more page of a Harry Potter book. Okay, so yeah, we'll see. But again, I think it's gonna be interesting to see him on it. I like how personalities. Greg Olsen, from one of the greatest tight ends to an amazing analyst, right? The Barber twins. The Barber twins are great. Rondé and Tiki. Weird ass names for 2 black kids. I digress.
Honestly, TJ Hushmanzada is actually really good.
Say that nigga's last name 3 times fast. I bet your furniture.
TJ Hushmanzada.
Now look at your furniture. Bet it's floating. You stuck in your room. You stuck in your room.
All right. So the WNBA, man, the season's about to kick off. A broadcast record of 216 games will be aired nationally. You got all 44 of the Fever games will be aired, 36 of the Dallas Wings games, 35 of the Liberty, and 33 of the Aces. This is huge, man. This is absolutely huge for them when you consider that they were about 2 seconds away from a strike and the thing not even happening, to the ladies getting paid legitimate ass money. Like, I mean, Asia Wilson is getting paid. Now, mind you, she's
so
like, for
I'm
most
mad.
of the, about what? What are you mad about?
I'm mad. Here's why I'm mad.
Why are you mad?
Listen, when you said the names of the teams and the games that are being broadcasted nationally, all 44 of the Fevers games.
Yes.
The Dallas Wings, 36.
Yes.
The New York Liberty, 35. The Aces are only getting 33.
33 of their 34. You got to think of it in terms of who's watching whatever stuff and who's pulling the draw. I agree that the Aces deserve more of that draw because of who they are.
Well, I'm not going to take away from Caitlin Clark, but Paige Beckers and her girlfriend that just got drafted with her,
AZ Fudd.
36 is great, right? Right up there, second highest. But I would love to see the team that has the woman who's won the most MVPs getting more than 33 nationally televised.
I don't disagree with you, but if I had to guess as to why those numbers played out the way that they did, they're based upon what their numbers were doing. So it's not AZ Fudd, in my opinion, that probably pushed that to 36. It's just Paige. Paige was such a dynamic thing, and people were following her from college. If we're just keeping it a buck, plenty of us have been watching before the Caitlin Clark era, but so many people got drawn in because of the Caitlin Clark era. It was obvious that Caitlin was going to get all of her games aired. And then Paige, because they was kind of in that loop, that same kind of thing. And then the Liberty, there is just so much support for the Liberty, both because of Ellie the Elephant, as well as the fact that they are a champion
It's the
2
New York
years
Liberty
ago and all that kind of stuff. That's where that is. So I see how this plays out. Again, I agree with you. I would love for the Aces to have more, but I see why. In the same way that look at the nationally televised games in the NBA, the Thunder may be the champions right now, but the Lakers and the Celtics got way more games than them nationally televised for the same reason, because they're storied franchises.
I was just gonna say the Lakers and the Celtics always will have some of the biggest numbers of nationally televised games because of those two franchises in history. And also I want to make sure you guys are paying attention that you have two men who are openly cheering on the WNBA.
Oh, bro, I've said this multiple times. I am a season ticket holder. I am ready for the tip off.
Hey, light skin guy, let me finish my statement. Thank you. This has really got colors. I know it did. That is on me. My bad. Don't say nothing yet. Don't you say nothing. And I know Matt and Dwayne are looking in the mirror like, he talking about us. No, I'm not. I think because, again, the WNBA deserves to have more outlets, Blerds in the Hood, even the bigger outlets, talking about what the WNBA is doing, how it is accelerating and elevating. Again, we talked about it here on the show, how last year's All-Star game in Indianapolis was potentially the catalyst to shoot them to the forefront. They'd already been growing, but it was something about their All-Star weekend that everybody tuned into. You get what I'm saying? So I just wanted to make sure we talk about that, because again, it's not just to say, hey, we're guys, but like, no, this is a league that has been more than deserving of its notoriety, people talking about it, people pumping it up and hyping it up.
I'll put it to you this way, man, because I call out MAGA motherfuckers all the time about this shit. All this bullshit.
We support women's sports, but ain't none of them support the WNBA.
All of the focus on trying to talk about less than 1% of athletes, like trans athletes involved in sports whatsoever. And it's about respecting women's sports and protecting women's sports. My favorite thing to do is go bet. Name 5 WNBA players and you can't say Caitlin Clark. The speed in which you go, never about respecting women's sports. So miss all that shit. We legitimately out here.
You can't say Caitlin, or you can't say the legends of the WNBA. Because
I said active.
Okay.
I even say active. Because to be honest, it's bullshit that more people don't know Asia Wilson's name. It's bullshit that more people don't know Brianna Stewart's name. That they don't know.
This is gonna sound so fucked up what I said, but you're gonna understand. I don't know the name of the stud buds, but I know who they are because of what they did during the week.
Courtney Williams and oh my god. I know the other one, but they just got broken up. I'm so sad. They were the whole thing about the stud buds. They played on the same team. They weren't dating. They were just playing on the same team.
We talked about that last week about playing. Yeah, because we talked about when we talked about the draft, like playing with your girl. Like
we asked that question. You were like, "Would you be able to do that?" And I'm just like, I don't know.
like I like watching pro wrestling. When I watch the husband and wives, the boyfriend and girlfriends,
Natasha Cloud. Natasha Cloud is the other one. Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So so Mr.
Oh no, Natasha Heidman. Thank you, Blue Girl. God damn it. Fucking Matt out here fucking my shit up. Oh, bro. That would go so hard.
Yo, first of all, pause. Cause
oh, I see. Yep. No, yep. Yep. I see what I did there. I see what I did there. That is yep. The only thing is though, I didn't watch Heated Rivalry. The only thing I will say about Heated Rivalry wasn't that all. The whole point is that they were hiding their gayness. Ain't nobody hiding that in the W, bro. Everybody just doing their thing.
So here's the crazy thing about Heated. So I'm that type of person.
We gotta move on. We gotta hurry up. We gotta move on.
Okay. I'm the type of person when I see people talk about something so much, I'm like, yo, let me see what this episode is. I'm like, oh, y'all slam each other in the ice, and then you want to slam each other in the ice, but then they hide it.
Bro, I walked in. Kristen just watched the show for the first time. I walked in and it was literally like, what do you want? I want you to suck my dick. I said, whoa, this is what you're watching?
That's what they was watching. Yo, and I'm going to tell you something. It was women. It was definitely women going crazy on social media.
But every woman that I've talked to about it, they said, okay, is it partly the gay sex? Sure. But it was more like, these men are just having emotions. Like watching them just be vulnerable.
They're going through oh my God, they're with their feelings.
But literally, it was like, well, what do you want? And he goes, I want you to suck my dick. And he goes, you can say please. And he was like, please. And I was like, what the fuck is this show?
Which is crazy, by the way, because let me tell you something. That only works in gay relationships. Ain't no dude can tell us I want you to suck my dick. Now you got yeah, you ain't gonna be able to say that statement to your girl.
Unless that's how y'all talk. Are you in a play? You in a scene? You know, you could do that too. If maybe she like, oh, what you want, daddy? Like, just
first of all, why did you say that like an old Southern nigga that drive the bus? What you want, daddy? What you want, daddy? What the fuck is wrong with you?
What you want?
Do something else. Do something else. That's it.
Okay.
So Kawhi, there's been fallouts. We talked about this months ago. There's been fallouts on the Clippers Kawhi Leonard salary cap. So if you didn't know, there was talks about how the Clippers were able to acquire Kawhi Leonard, but in a five-page letter to the judge that was obtained by ESPN.
Hey, wait a minute, Jay. Toya says that's not necessarily true, Jay. It depends. So some people's girls.
Let me handle this. You in a relationship? Let me handle this. Let me handle it. Fuck this.
Put him in a solo.
Solo me. Don't make me laugh. Serious. Don't make me laugh. So Toya, you telling me? So Toya, what you telling me is?
Oh shit! He pulled the mic to his face.
Don't make me laugh. It's serious shit. So Toya, what you telling me is if I approach you and you be like, what do you want? I'll be like, I want you to suck my dick. You mean to tell me you're gonna be like, say please, and I go, please suck my dick, and I drop the bass down. Are we gonna be good? I just want to make sure. All right.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
Yes, sir, brother.
No, I'm not gonna let you play him because I'm not gonna put a certain producer's business out in the streets.
Oh,
yeah,
that nigga played that. No, Matt played that.
Lessons.
Oh.
Yes, sir. This nigga spitting.
Damn, nigga.
Like, let your
Matt played this.
Something.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
Hold on. Matthew Thomas, our producer, played that on me. The same nigga that had a baddie who was trying to get up when he was like, I'm confused. Nah, my brother in Christ, you don't.
Sir, not me.
I'm gonna stop this for a second. I'm gonna stop this for a second. I want you to focus, Jay. Say it nicely.
All right, watch this. Toya. But I'm saying though, I want you to suck this dick.
Perhaps.
Well, thank you. What the oh shit. 5 paragraphs left to the judge. It was saying by ESPN. Attorneys for Steve Ballmer, who's the owner of the Clippers, said that the Clippers owner lost his entire $60 million investment in Aspiration, which declared bankruptcy back in 2025 and has faced quote unquote immeasurable harm to his reputation. Now, the Clippers lost, quote, virtually all of the $300 million sponsorship payments and more than $20 million held in escrow for additional carbon offset purchases, which were never made and the money not returned. Now, this is according to the letter. Now, which a source with knowledge of the situation has said has been filed in court.
Yeah. I mean, fuck around, find out. They let.
Wait, is that my buddy Matt?
Maybe.
My buddy Cyanide. Oh, my pro wrestling homies. Yes, sir.
That's what's up. Welcome to the show. Also, real quick, shout out for another Prime sub that just came through from Zero Agent 22. Thank you so much for the support. We appreciate that. Again, if you want a free way to support the show that still helps a nigga out, because they be giving us $5 for those, go on over to the Twitch, twitch.tv/BlerdsInTheHood, and you can send up that Prime sub. Gives us $5, and you ain't got to do a damn thing other than press that button. So let us know.
Yeah, that was that little story about the Kawhi Leonard thing. I think many of us did not fully care, but not to sound dismissive. But shouts out to Zeno Hour 5364 says Jay got a fully extended mag on him. Matt, what are you doing? Hey, brother, let me shoot these shots, my brother. You know, Matt be like, I don't want to hear about those things.
And now
I don't.
What are
y'all doing?
What are you having a seizure? What the fuck is going on?
I'm not touching nothing.
I'm not either. I'm over here literally working on the thing to make sure that I know how much money we got right now. Oops, where did that go?
Okay, so and one of our last main news stories: the NFL draft takes place this week in Pittsburgh. There's not going to be much of a fucking party at all, is it? But what would you like your teams to do with their first rounders? I do not know the position in which the Bears are in. I just can pray for the best. Okay?
I am hoping for Caleb Downs. It seems like that is a very real possibility. Like you're just gonna have to potentially move some stuff around. So that would be dope if we can get Caleb Downs. I'm glad that we paid Brandon Aubrey. There is no reason that he should have been able to get away. So I'm glad that happened. And apparently Pickens is going to be playing on the franchise tag, but he still hasn't signed it. So hopefully Pickens actually shows up and does that, because I wouldn't blame him for being like, I'm not doing that shit for y'all. Like I wouldn't blame him if he said he's not going to do that. So
I am super excited for the Bears just in general. I think they understand now it's about drafting pieces we need and not pieces we already have.
Fair.
I think we've understood what we have in Caleb Williams. We're building upon that. We're building upon, replace a DJ Moore, who it sucks, but you got to go, brother. You got to go. So things like that. Now, that's all I got to say about that. All right. Oh, we've got the 25th pick. All right. So just get pieces we need. All right. Let's go on to
we've got two first. So that's why I think it's possible. So we'll see what happens.
So this is what I want to talk about before we go into the Karens and everything else. This past weekend was WrestleMania in Las Vegas. 2 nights. Again, they went back-to-back to Allegiant Stadium, and a lot of people said they shouldn't have done it, which I agree. They should have gone to New Orleans. I didn't get it. Of course, I did not go. I was in Texas. I was in Austin. Let me tell you something. It is very difficult when a bunch of your pro wrestling friends and family are like, yo, you coming to Vegas? Yo, you coming to Vegas? And I'm like, I'm telling jokes in Texas. And again, I know the career I have. They all know the career that I have, and a lot of love and respect. But the parties look like they were amazing. Shouts out to everybody. But this is the WWE's grand spectacle of them all. It is online in comparison to the Super Bowl. Well, one of the biggest issues was the ads that were said. TKO had ads all through the show. And this has been a big thing since TKO's acquisition of the WWE. Of course, now once you get the corporate conglomerate involved, things tend to change. Night one had a lot of things, but they didn't really hit for everybody. I Shall Speed was in the opening match. I Shall Speed teamed up with The Vision, Logan Paul, and Austin Theory to take on the Usos and LA Knight. Yeah, which is crazy because it's like Logan Paul is just like I Shall Speed, an influencer turned pro wrestler. Logan Paul is phenomenal in the ring.
But that's what I've heard. I've actually heard between the two of them, between Logan and Jake, because he keeps fighting not real boxers, and then when he actually fought a real boxer, got his shit pushed in. Mm-hmm. Logan actually has become a legitimate wrestler and is like able to hold his own both on the mic and in the ring.
Yes. Logan Paul, you watch him work. And I say this as a pro wrestler. You watch Logan Paul work. Let me put my microphone. Let me move this over real quick. Okay, there we go. All right, cool. You watch Logan Paul work. And as a pro wrestler for 26 years, you're like his grasp of the business, his grasp of psychology is incredible. And I Shall Speed is an amazing athlete, which if he decided to take it serious.
He's not just here and there. He actually is in there.
He had a whole match. Like, he trained and everything and did an amazing splash off the top of the ring post to Logan Paul through the table. Was an amazing spot. But overall, so here's the issue. Night 1 was very lackadaisical for a lot of people, right? Didn't hold up. Night 2, everything changed. And I saw some people say, well, WrestleMania should go back to being one night. And I'm like, you don't want that. Because the reason it went to 2 nights is because you did not want an 8-hour pay-per-view or premium live event. So they gave you 2 of them. Now, again, a lot of people say, well, I didn't get a lot of wrestling out of it. I tell everybody all the time, the WWE is a television program centered around wrestling, whereas AEW and many other ones, MLW, TNA, Ring of Honor, et cetera, are wrestling programs that are on TV. Night 1 ended with, Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes for the WWE Undisputed WWE Championship. You had Pat McAfee involved, which everybody was like, why in the fuck is he here? As well as Jelly Roll. But all in still, Randy Orton punted the shit out of Cody Rhodes and kicked that man in the face for real. If anybody be like, oh, don't know shit happened, Cody Rhodes' eye looked like an anus on a stripper. His shit looked like a puckered up booty hole the way it was swollen. And that is a wild ass analogy, Jay. Where did you come up with that? Nigga. Night 2, however, the opening match, Obafemi versus Brock Lesnar. From bell to bell, 5 minutes, Obafemi destroyed Lesnar. But it was what happened after the match that had everybody shocked. Because after the match, after Brock lost, Brock took off his gloves and his shoes, left him in the middle of the ring, kissed the mat, signaling his retirement. Many people believe that Brock's retirement was going to happen at SummerSlam, which is for 2 nights in his hometown of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Why are you looking like that? And I'm trying not to notice the comments as well because of what I said. Yeah, you know what? I probably deserve that. Just Yeah.
Yep.
I said it. I did it. You know what?
Finish up. I literally have nothing to. I have nothing to add to this, and I would like for you to get it all out because you were doing great commentary. That's actually kind of fun for me to follow.
So Brock's retirement is not only a shock, but it happened in the best way possible. Him putting over Obafemi as the next big megastar, the next big beast in the company. A lot of people believe that Brock's career, as it was going to be considered, was going to be fed to Gunther. And I think Brock said, fuck that. Because during the match, after the match, Brock did something a lot of people don't pay attention to. Brock threw up an X while he was in the ring. The X is to the back to people in Gorilla, Triple H, the producers, letting them know this is real. This is unplanned. This is what I'm doing right now. So a lot of people are believing that Brock may either A, Rich just had his last WrestleMania, or B, officially retired. I think it is B. I think Brock has officially retired. He may show up at SummerSlam in Minneapolis, but I don't think he has a match. I think Brock is done. I think Brock gives his farewell, similar to what AJ Styles did. AJ Styles had his last match at the Rumble, but he didn't say officially farewell until they were at Raw in Georgia, in Atlanta, and that's when he found out he was going into the Hall. You have that. People are talking about the women's, also on night 1, the women's world title match between Stephanie Vaquera and Liv Morgan only going 8 minutes. It is found out both of them were injured, so they didn't do a long match. Jade Cargill dropped her WWE Women's Championship to Rhea Ripley, which everybody expected. And in the main event, you had CM Punk versus Roman Reigns. And Roman Reigns did the best thing he could have did and came back to the head of the table music. Thank you, Roman, because I didn't have to change my workout fucking playlist song. But Roman Reigns defeated CM Punk to become the brand new World Heavyweight Champion. So WrestleMania is there. And within like 2 weeks, or so, they will be in Tampa for Backlash, which is always the pay-per-view about that. So I think WrestleMania held up to what it needed to hold up to. Of course, night 1 is always going to be like, all right, what does night 1 do? Night 2 is going to be the more solid one. So, it's potential, but I think going forward, I think the company is now realizing that we have to build new stars. We are now at the point where we are the majority of the
This nigga only 28 years old. This nigga like he fucking damn near 45 for the rest of his life.
Yeah. Oh, but he's 28. And
that's wild, bro.
She is.
You know how you like look at some people and you're just like, that's just a grown fucking man. So like I look back sometimes at like NFL players and I go, that's a grown nigga, and you like he was 22 at the time. Like it's just
that boy grown. Shouts out to Trick Williams for also winning the WWE United States Championship. Javon Evans, who showed up and showed out during the ladder match. Shouts out to my bro Miro, who did what he had to do during the match. He didn't win it, but again, it's one of the things I've always said this for years. You know, having made a lot of friends from being on the road and doing these different things. When you're at WrestleMania, for those people who are there, that's the pinnacle of the business. And to watch your friends be able to perform, to watch some of the newer cats you've seen and watch people be able to show up and show out on the grandest stage was a great thing. You know, I support a whole bunch of them and I'm happy for everybody. Yeah. You know, I talk to him on a regular, him and his dogs. He loves his dogs. That's LA Night. But anyway, looking at the time. Okay. Somebody said Brock is almost 50. Yeah. Everybody that was in the Ruthless. Go ahead.
Go finish your thought.
Everybody in the Ruthless Aggression era is older. The last one standing right now is Randy Orton.
Damn.
Randy standing. But Randy gonna be up out of here pretty soon too. And then you got to get rid of Punk. And then you just let a whole new generation take over.
Yeah, that's fair. It's a new time. I mean, look, the one thing that I think is failing, not just in every industry, is the idea of not building up the next generation. This weird thing of not letting go of your pole position. Not letting go of your position in power. Yes. And bringing in the next generation.
I think that is what, you know, for as much headache and as fire that Triple H catches from the fan base and stuff, him and Shawn Michaels and them have definitely done a great job of building up this next generation. But this is something I definitely want to talk about. So Lamar Norman says, hey, Jay, can you talk about these weirdo fans that keep invading wrestlers' personal space? There have been several videos that have come out from this weekend. Several videos. One primarily where AJ Lee is hugging Bayley. I think they're at the hotel, and a fan is all up in their face. You see Bayley say, get the fuck away from us. And then CM Punk comes along and slaps the phone away. Here is something I want you to say from the bottom of my goddamn heart. Pro wrestlers may be there to entertain you on television and when you're at a show. But when they are in their own time, leave them the fuck alone. The weirdest people in the world are the people who find out the wrestlers' hotels and camp out in front of them trying to get autographs and pictures when these motherfuckers are exhausted. They just did their job. I need people to stop being like, oh, well, they need to appreciate the fans. Blah, blah, blah. No, you need to suck a dick.
This is not wrestling only. This applies to anybody that is an entertainer of any form or fashion. There are official manners in which to be able to get those pictures into those autographs. And there's also the idea of if they say no, they were allowed to do that because they are allowed to have their lives. They're not technically on the clock at that particular moment. So it's not just wrestlers, it's actors, it's musicians, it's all of that. You need to give. Now, mind you, the only thing that I will say, let the punishment fit the crime. If I run up in your face, let me take a photo, and you want to slap the phone out of motherfucker's hands, you're being aggressive, that's one thing. But if I come up and be like, hey man, is it, I'm so sorry to bother you. Is it possible to get the fuck out of my face, little nigga? That's too much. I think you need to meet.
But see, that's the odds of that happening are slim. Like, for instance, Drew McIntyre was out with his wife and everybody just swarmed him.
Which I'm saying, meet energy with energy. I say that because the whole debate that was happening with Chapel Roan with the little girl that didn't even ask for anything. She just happened to walk by, and then all of a sudden security's like, hey, you need to get the fuck about her motherfucking face and all that shit. That's going too much for something that did not like. So if somebody's aggressive with you, be aggressive back. But if they're like chilling, they're just like, oh shit, also leave them the fuck. Like, I think if we need to, like, I think we both need to respect them. And then in the same breath, I would hope that they don't go too hard unless people are giving them that energy to do so.
Because it's also, look, I saw another video of my bro Royce Keys, formerly known as Powerhouse Hobbs. This is his old t-shirt. Yo, he had to tell a fan like, hey man, this is my time. This is me. Let me do what I do. You know, when I did the Jericho cruise last year, that was one of the things I was kind of concerned with, because everybody's intermingling. The wrestlers, the fans, everybody, because you're all on a cruise ship together, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you get, for the most part, in that situation, fans know, like, hey, I'm going to see these people all the time. I give them their space. And there wasn't a lot that would try to overcrowd. Like, I remember one point, we were like right behind the stage, and it was me, Enzo, Nick Nemeth, MVP, and we all talking about something about the business. We talking about something, and I can see a fan who's literally staring at either, because no, they weren't staring at me. They're staring at either Enzo, Nick, or MVP, just waiting for one of them to turn around so they can try to get a picture. And they're just literally staring, like waiting on them to turn around. And like people are like, yo, let people have, look, they're going to give you this moment with you. You know, they'll take these pictures. They'll talk to you. They'll be regular people, but you got to respect their personal spaces.
Okay. I agree. I want to move on because I really want to get to this debate that the fella set up for us. We're running out of time. I have the video of CM Punk. We can maybe show it in a second. But all right. So we've been trying to do more of these kind of like debate things because I think they're funny and they kind of provided. And so Dwayne found this one, I believe, for us, man. Jay, I need you to decide, nigga. Silence 3 of these microphones forever. You got Skip Bayless, Colin Cowherd, Chris Collinsworth, Stephen A. Smith, Dave Portnoy, Nick Wright, Kendrick Perkins, Jason Whitlock, and Pat McAfee. Which of these 3 of the 9 are you silencing forever?
Jason Whitlock, Stephen A. Smith, and Dave Portnoy.
I'm going. Let me pull that back up. I'm going Dave Portnoy, Jason Whitlock, and Pat McAfee. I'm tired of Stephen A. as well, but I really don't like Pat McAfee.
McAfee can be annoying, but Stephen A. Smith has gone on a level as of recently where I'm like, I don't need to hear shit you say. I don't need to hear shit you say anymore.
I don't disagree with you. If
I can
Stephen A.
dismiss,
continues,
like I can glance over Pat McAfee and be like, I just don't have to hear what you got to say. It is what it is. It's the same way I feel about Skip Bayless at times. But notice I said at times.
At times, sure. I guess what my problem is the active kind of courting that McAfee does also for MAGA shit. Like Stephen A. keeps trying to play both sides of the fence, which is annoying in its own right. Like, let's just keep it a buck of where he actually sits and all this bullshit. But I think that's the thing, is that Pat McAfee reminds me exactly of Portnoy, of just kind of like, I've got these white dude bros and all the MAGA bullshit, whatever. They literally, I would make the argument that Pat McAfee is essentially just a more corporate version of Portnoy. You see what I'm saying? Which is kind of why I'm like, I'm good. I don't need all that shit. Portnoy's worse in my opinion, but they're cut of the same. They're like the cut of the same cloth. So I mean, but yeah, no, Whitlock. I'm glad that we
both was like Jason Whitlock can go.
Shut the fuck up forever, bro. His little fat ass, bro.
Like Whitlock can go, but Dave Portnoy for sure.
So that's interesting. Matt said Skip. Like can hardcore go.
There are some people who don't like Skip, right? There are some people who've had, from the First Take days even to Undisputed when he was with Shannon Sharp, there are some people who just cannot rock with Skip Bayless. I can tolerate Skip because of his years in the game, him actually being able to drop some solid facts and be where it is.
And he's also kind of, the thing is why I don't consider Skip a legitimate answer is because, yes, he's still technically out there, but his time's kind of over. Like, he's not really in the spotlight the way that he was.
And he's starting to realize that too. I think we're getting at a point where Skip is realizing, him and Colin Cowherd, they're starting to realize, all right.
But Cowherd at least still has a show. That's the difference.
I know, but I'm just saying, they're both starting to realize it's slowly but surely, especially Skip. He's not fighting to have a show right now. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. No. I 100% get that. But like Chris Collinsworth doesn't bother me. He just does his thing on Sunday Night Football.
Yeah, Chris Collinsworth just finds a way to
or he's over on Amazon now, right? He's on Amazon now.
Wherever, but he finds a way to make every single reference about Patrick Mahomes. And the game ain't even got shit to do with Patrick Mahomes.
But I don't even care. Kendrick Perkins does be annoying me sometimes, though. I'm going to be honest with you.
Listen, Bam, out of the bayou, you got to let Kendrick Perkins. I want to hear Kendrick Perkins try to say words with more than 3 syllables. So that's why I keep Kendrick Perkins around.
And to that point, I know Nick Wright is a diehard Chiefs stan and he loves Patrick Mahomes and all that kind of stuff, but Nick has never done anything where I've been like, shut the fuck up. Like he just has his opinions. It doesn't bother me one way or the other, man. But yeah, no, I'll be honest. Like I said, if it was Portnoy, Whitlock, and McAfee for me, but Stephen A. Smith is like right there. Like if he keeps pushing it, he'll knock McAfee out of there. And the next thing you know, man.
I was just gonna say he'll knock Whitlock out of there. Like
no, fuck no. Wait. Let me restructure this. It goes Whitlock, then Portnoy, then Mac. That goes to show how shitty fucking Whitlock is. That it's above the shitty white dude that I fucking can't stand, bro.
Before we get into our Karens and Chads for the day, shouts out to Fred Tax 314 dropping in another Streamlab. Said, hey Blerds, I've stopped being friends with people who think because they bought a ticket they can heckle the comic. You have my sympathies. I have had now, not this weekend in Austin, everybody knew about, enjoying the show, et cetera, et cetera. There was also an announcement played before every show that if you start heckling, you will be thrown out. So everybody knew, right? But the show I did last night in Oceanside, I had a guy come up to me and was like, oh man, I normally heckle the comics, but my girlfriend stopped me. I said, yeah, because she realized you were not going to win this one. Because, like, sometimes you can look at the comics and be like, oh, I can try this person. I come on stage with a presence that's commanded to the point where it's either you're going to pay attention to me, and if you think you are going to heckle me and I'm not going to do that, I'm going to embarrass the ever-loving fuck out of you. I tell people this all the time. I have a rule of 3 when people try to heckle. I say, number 1, don't do that. Let everybody enjoy this. Then the second time they do it, I say, hey, check this out. You can either enjoy the show or be the show. But I promise you, if you decide to be the show, you're not going to like the fucking show. And then the third one is if you say one more thing, I'm going to talk about you in every letter of the alphabet from A to Z, and I promise I won't stop. I'm going to make up random words to insult you, and I promise I will not stop.
I mean, that's the whole thing. My one, nobody paid to see you talk, so shut the fuck up. It's not about you, motherfucker. And 2, you deserve every single thing that comes your way after that. Like it almost feels like once you get to a certain level, like I feel like you should not be allowed to even really be a headliner until you go to like
what was that?
My knuckles?
Yo, that shit was loud. Why your shit sound like bubble wrap?
Oh, I don't know. It's all the dodgeball, bro. Anyway, But I was just gonna say that you should have to go like the way you have to get like certified with the bar or everything or your boards or anything like that. You should have to get certified in crowd work that if a heckler comes, you dismantle them from top to bottom.
I wish that we were in a day and age in which every comic is now farming for crowd work clips because there are comics who are amazing at it. If you've never seen this comic named Ian Bag, Ian is phenomenal at it. Nate Jackson kills it. Some other comics kill it. I'm pretty decent at it. But I don't do it regularly. But then you have these newer comics who are like, oh, I'm just trying to chase a crowd work clip because that's what I think the algorithm wants. And I remember Matt Rife did an interview when he did Shannon Sharp, and I think he said TikTok told him, yo, we're not posting that anymore. And so it's just those weird things, man.
That's the whole thing. Don't more than anything. And I think this is kind of a message to all artists, whether you be comics or sketch artists, like sketch comedy people or political commentary or whatever. There is a certain level of chasing the algorithm you have to do to try and potentially get seen, but you need to focus on your shit and what you do well and worry about that and then play to the algorithm because the algorithm changes. So the last thing you want is that you're chasing whatever the fuck this shit is, and then you can't transition when it's time to go. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So anyway, but yeah, that mic thing was interesting to me, man. We gotta do some more of that shit, man, because that one's fucking.
That was an interesting one. I mean, again, it was easy for us to pick it. It was like in this case, for the most part, we looked. It was like bop those people, but what's happening. Hit the Karens, please.
And now, an ode to Karens, brought to you by Blerds in the Hood. Now, before we go into this dedication, you must be asking yourself, well, what is a Karen and what does it mean? Well, Karen is a mocking slang term for an entitled, obnoxious, middle-aged white woman, especially as featured in memes. Karen is generally stereotyped as having a blonde bob haircut, asking to speak to retail and restaurant managers to voice complaints or make demands, and being a nagging, often divorced mother from Generation X. Karens most notably have been known now to call the police on black people when they're just doing this thing called living. You know, something that God allowed them to do. This includes Barbecue Becky, Permit Patty, Sleepin' Sarah, and a host of others. And typically Karens feel that because they are white women, they are entitled to do whatever they want and make life choices based on their insecurities as well as fears. Well, here are a few moments of wild Karens caught in their natural habitat.
Timing is definitely everything. I see this statement.
So yeah,
highlight it.
Vulcan Nerd says, I just joined and I heard Jay say, and I will not stop. And I thought Winston was responding to Jay and told him nobody paid to hear you talk. And I was like, huh? The timing really is everything.
Mm-hmm.
If you ever needed proof that you need full context to things and to not just go by sound bites, holy shit.
Yep. All right. This one is our Chad for the week. I saw this one and it tickled my soul because it shows you just how much privilege one person thinks they have and then how they get caught up in their own words. It's a little bit of, it's got a little bit of time. Enjoy.
Hey, Grant.
Yeah.
Hey, so what happened with you and the crossing guard over here at Gears?
So I live on the street, right?
Okay.
I live on this street. And she wouldn't let me drive through. I live on this street. I needed to get home.
Okay.
That's what happened. I drove around her. So why are you guys here?
Because you went back, walked back up to her and started screaming at her is what she's claiming.
Yeah, she's lying. She's lying. I said, I live on this street. I need to get to my home.
Okay.
And she's like, I'm going to keep doing this until I'm like, okay.
Was she still standing in the street when you went around her? Or?
Yeah, she moved, obviously, so I can get around her.
Okay. All right, you get there having release, right? Like they're having kids actively crossing or kids out
there.
But
you get that I live here, right? You get that? Do you get that?
Do you not understand the situation? You don't just blow around these crossing guards and then go back and mother them right after.
I didn't do that.
You're not grasping
I didn't do that.
I got witnesses saying you did.
Okay.
So I don't really believe you.
Okay, that's fine. I didn't do anything wrong. I live here. I didn't do anything wrong. I live here. I literally rolled down my window. I said, I live here. And she goes, no, go that way. I'm like, no, I need to get to my house. I live here. They don't own the street. They don't.
While they're doing crossings, if they're out there stopping you for the kids' crossings, you will stop.
No, I won't.
Then it's going to be a problem, and we're going to be back out here again.
Okay, then be out here again.
This is ridiculous, Greta. You have to stop.
Fine, I'll stop. Can you guys leave, please?
No. Stop. So this is the point. I'm going to let you put a shirt on, but you're under arrest. You're going.
What did I do?
Disorderly conduct, dude. I know. I told you. You went in her face, started mother.
I did not. No.
I'm giving you the opportunity to put a shirt on before I handcuff you.
Handcuff him real quick.
Turn around. Put your hands on your head.
I didn't do anything.
Can you grab a shirt for us, please?
This is unbelievable. I did not do anything. Unbelievable.
Stop moving.
Pretty good.
Anything in your pocket?
No.
I'm sorry, so one custody?
Yeah, call one. You guys, you came into my house and arrested me for doing nothing.
No, the problem is you're disregarding the crossing guards because you live on the street. A lot of people live on the street.
No, you're not. There's two people that live on the street. No, there's two people. I don't have to hold on. I'm already in cuffs.
All right, then you're in cuffs. I don't have to explain shit to you then.
You want to grab the jacket, then we'll just go out like this.
Are you going to be cool if we uncuff you just so you can put this on?
Can you let me go?
No. You're under arrest.
What did I do?
Disorderly conduct.
For what? What was the disorderly conduct?
You went off on the crossing guard. There's witnesses.
I did not.
So everyone's lying.
Yes, I swear to God I did not.
God ain't got nothing to do with this. God ain't got nothing to do with this. God don't want to stop putting God in this. I swear to God I didn't do it. But yes, you did. You even openly admitted what you did.
But I live here.
But I live here.
But I live here.
I live right there. I live on this block.
I live here, but I don't understand. I live here. Why are you giving me shit? I honestly don't know. Wow, that is something else, bro.
The level of entitlement to say, oh, I just drove around it because I was like, I got to get my house is right there. And again, it's a crossing guard. I don't think people understand this. You legally have to listen to them.
You have to listen to them. I know, I agree with that. On top of the fact, it would be one thing because the one thing that he said that would not have gotten him in trouble, they let him go so that he could get to his house. So that was fine. It's the fact that you came back and started screaming at her that every other witness said you came back and started yelling, you dumbass.
You doubled back. You got away with it the first time. You were good. But absolutely you ridiculous. Doubled back because you thought I'm invincible.
Yep.
And some people are like, oh, like, you know, people will probably watch this like, wait, he shouldn't have gone. And he's like, well, this is ridiculous because I live here. Like, that doesn't mean a thing, buddy.
Doesn't mean shit. Well, I real quick, since we're just in a Chad mode anyway, here is the actual video of the CM Punk thing. So you can see, you said that's CM Punk's wife.
So that's AJ Lee and Bailey.
Okay. So they're there, they're hugging. Somebody starts putting a phone in her face, and she's like, no, please. And then he's like, okay, well, I'm going to do it anyway. So then see him smack it out of his hand.
Talk to Chicago, dude.
Sorry, man.
Sorry, Punk. It's actually hilarious that he's like, he doesn't know his real name. He's like, I'm sorry, Punk. Like, so real quick, because I saw some of these people that then wanted to do like, why isn't he charged with assault? If that were me, I'd go right to jail. If you don't like cameras in your face, don't be a fucking celebrity, such a crybaby. I need to see what some of these people saying because I gotta watch the whole video. Punk actually defending his wife, which he can do under the law. Yep. Don't stalk celebrities, you creepy ass goonfuck. Because it's exactly what you said, Jay. It's this idea of the entitlement of it was what she already politely put the camera down and you put it right back in her face. So of course he slapped it out of your hand. If she had pushed it down and you would put your phone away, be like, my bad. I bet you we wouldn't have slapped that phone out your motherfucking hand.
People get this parasocial relationship. I do not give a fuck if you bought a t-shirt. I do not care if you bought a ticket to a show. You are not entitled to be up in someone's face. You are not. And again, it, like we stated earlier, it does not just happen with athletes. It happens with actors, comedians, all the fucking time. Like, I can't tell you the amount of times we've been outside in front of the Improv or the store and people trying to just have regular conversations about regular life shit, and people are trying to be all up in our faces, and we like, yo, I'm having a conversation. Like, allow me that level of respect.
But like you said, I think the problem is we've just gotten to a place where the idea of respect, of personal space, of any sort of separation is just kind of evaporated in people's minds, unfortunately. So that's where we are. So
the show I did last night, again, everybody was cool. The only time a dude came up kind of close was because his wife was hugging on me a little bit too long.
In which case, I think that's on him to get in your face and be like, "Hey, nigga, can you let go?"
First of all, let me tell you something. I was not hugging on his wife; was literally hugging up on me.
Well, then that's
I did a joke about having sex with older women. And I'm like, the one thing you learn when you have sex with older women is you can't just throw their legs up like they're young. And she'd be like, I'm a young man, my hip don't go like that. And so, young man. So I was like, yo, it's always so weird having sex with an older woman because now you got to call her ma'am with everything you're doing. You like that, ma'am?
Speed up. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You about to come, ma'am? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Jay, plug your shit. Stop this.
Y'all don't quit doing this to me. Y'all already know where to find me on social media. If you do not, if you're watching this for the first time, thank you so much. If you just follow along when I posted this in close friends, whatever, please, thank you. Mr. Jay Washington, MRJAY. You should know how to spell Washington on every social media platform. If you're in the San Diego or Orange County area, this Saturday night, one show only. I am at the Mic Drop Comedy Club in San Diego. I'm doing one show, 7:30 p.m. Come out, get your tickets. Catch me headline down there. I will be all through Southern California next couple of weeks. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to do a one-night show in Chicago on May 6th. I got to see if I can move my flight around because I'm supposed to fly into Indy, but my son won't be out of school yet. So I'm trying to see if I can move it to fly into Chicago and catch the bus down to Indy and all that other stuff. So I'm trying to see if I can do that. But stay tuned to all of that. Again, if you are in the Southern California area, come on down to the Mic Drop, man. It's going to be a great time. I got my life-size teddy bear t-shirts for sale. I got a couple of those. I got some wristbands, all that stuff. My YouTube channel. Check out my reaction to the Clayface trailer that dropped earlier today. I'm going to be putting more stuff up. Follow me on TikTok as well. I'm trying to get those numbers up. All this stuff. And I'm here every Wednesday when we do it. Pretty much it should be Wednesday. But y'all know where I'm at.
That's what's up. And as far as I am concerned, you can find me at the Swaggy Blerd on all platforms. Check me out on Tuesday, Spill the Tequila with John Roca. Here every Wednesday with Jay, with Blerds in the Hood. Fridays, Capes and Cows, myself and Christian Harloff and Chris Karf doing that. Christian and I have been doing these Rambo, my first time watching the Rambo film. So check those out, man. It's been a lot of fun doing that because I had never seen them. I wasn't interested, but so far I'm having a good time. My Michael Out of the Theater reaction will be out this evening. It'll be late because my movie's at 10, so odds are I'll try and drop it right at 1, but that's kind of bad for the algorithm. So most likely it'll be up at 8 a.m. just because it'll be better for trying to catch numbers and stuff like that. So check that out when that drops first thing in the morning. I haven't seen the Clayface trailer yet. I've been working all day. So as soon as we wrap up here, I'm going to go ahead and watch that and record that and put that up so you can check that out this evening as well. So that's pretty much everything. The last thing we need to let you know. What
did you watch the season finale of The Pit?
Both The Pit and Invincible.
Yeah, bro.
Both of them were fantastic. We got to get out of here though. We're out of time.
I know, bro. Man, let me tell you something. I feel so Robbie, that nigga Robbie, if you ain't watched The Pit, Dr. Rabinovich needs a hug and a therapist.
And probably to get knocked the fuck out. A little bit of everything. I think he needs to get decked in the face, hugged.
Why?
You can't. The way he was talking to some of his people on staff, like what's her name, the one that was was having issues. Yes, no, not Alashimi. The one that was having the issue with her mom, and then ultimately,
Mohan.
That was completely fucking inappropriate. I know he was crashing out, but like that's the thing. I think the one thing we'll say we got about a minute based off the clock I see down here. The one thing I will say that I thought was interesting about that is Robbie and the way he acted was a very good example of why the whole statement of your trauma is not your fault, but your healing is your responsibility.
Yes.
Because having those types of crash outs, especially in a professional position, is completely inappropriate and wrong. So like we both have had those moments where we're really not doing okay. And we have those crash outs in those professional settings and that's not okay. Even if it is, I'm going through this, that's fucked up and I'm so sorry, but like, that's not good. So I actually liked what they did with his character because I think that was a call out of the number of people that do not take care of themselves properly.
Well, the nigga's never taken care of himself since COVID.
Yeah.
He's been struggling since COVID.
Yeah.
Which is crazy, but we got to get up out of here, y'all. Thank you, everybody. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. If you're in the neighborhood, you rocking with us. You want to send stuff later, make sure you comment if you're watching on the replay. We'll holler at y'all next week. We're out. Bye. Peace. Hit the book.
Bye, bitch. Bye, bitch. Bye, bitch. Bye, bitch. Bye, bitch. Bye, bitch.
Nigga, Kendrick Lamar's dropping a new album on May 15th called Fireman.
Are you serious?
It's apparently.
You know why he's dropping it that day? You know why he dropped it that day?
Why?
Because you know what's supposed to drop the next day?
No.
Iceman. What the? Oh shit!